I finished chapter section 6.1. Okay, which means I introduced you what is the standard normal distribution. Standard normal distribution. Like any normal distribution, we can convert to standard normal distribution using this standardization. Okay, oh, C equal x minus mu divided by sigma. Okay, okay, starting from this section, we are talking about, I mean, throughout this chapter, we are talking about standard normal distribution. Okay, standard normal distribution, which means x, or let's say my variable, has a normal distribution, but mean 0 and standard deviation is 1. Okay, so this is we call standard normal distribution or standard normal curve. Okay, okay. So in this distribution, if you remember, it is a symmetric distribution. So your mean, it's perfect bell shape, symmetric. Your mean somewhere here equals 0 and standard deviation equals 1, right? And values on this axis, this horizontal axis, we denote by C, right? Using C, not X, using C, because it is those values are standardized values. Okay. Okay. So here in this standard normal distribution, we have 4 properties, including 2 previous properties for normal distribution. So total curve, total area under this curve is 1. It's same, it doesn't change. Okay. Standard normal curve. Okay, this is what I told you last time. They those ends, they never touch that horizontal axis, which means this one. So if you consider end, it's like this. They never touch. Oh, sorry, they never touch this axis. Okay, like this. Theoretically, they meet each other in infinity. Never touching each other. That axis, horizontal axis and end. Standard normal curve, yes, mean is symmetric about its mean. Mu equals 0. Okay. So they are mirror images, like this half about this mu equals 0 axis. They are like mirror images. This piece equals to this piece. Okay. This is something you already know. Almost all area under this curve, we can bound between -3 and 3. I mean, do you remember 3 sigma? It is similar here, but here we don't need to consider sigma. It is between -3 and 3, which mean simply values. If you consider your standard normal curve like this, here you are -3, here you are 3. So almost all we can bound within this range. This is very, I mean, this is similar to 3 sigma case. Okay, here mu is 0, right? So do you remember this one? Mu plus or minus 3 sigma. Okay, we could bound, but this case mu equals 0, plus or minus sigma is 1. So 3 times 1, it is plus or minus 3. So that's why here we mention -3 and +3. Okay. So these values we denote by C, not XC, because we are talking about standard normal distribution. That's why we use different notation. Just okay. Standard normal curve. So variable to be Z refer. So we use C. So this axis, C axis, or we call it C scores. Values on this axis, we call C score. Okay, C score. It's just a value, negative, whatever, positive value, just numerical value. Okay, I'll show you this standard normal curve. I mean this table. Okay, this table, using this table we can find the probabilities under this curve. I mean simply area. So areas equals probability. So you know that. So this area or probability. Okay, they are same. Okay, let me show you that. Okay, it's better like this. Okay, so there are two tables. We call this table C score table. Okay, so there are two tables, this one and this one. Okay, two tables. First table, check this one. They have sorry, I cannot write on the PDF. Left hand side you can see this curve. Okay, this is a standard normal curve, and they also colored what area they are considering. Okay, so always remember this: we measure our area starting from your left hand side. Okay, so uh, area is calculated from left hand side, I mean left corner of this density curve. Okay, always. So in this case you can see C, I mean the value here starting from left hand side to the left of C. Okay, so this table, first table, I mean this table, it consists all the values starting from negative infinity up to this particular C value. So based on C value you can see particular value. So C value you can find this last column. Okay, in this table all C values are negative. Okay, all C values are negative, but you don't have to worry. I mean less than negative 3.9, it's like 0, so you don't have to worry about that. All values bounded between negative 3.9 to 3.9, positive 3.9, right? So in this first table all C values are negative. Second table, I mean this table, all C values are positive. Why negative and positive? Because this value, see, so in this curve the middle point is mu equal, it's 0. So less than 0 in your first table, greater than 0 in your second table. That's why negative and positive. Okay, so whenever you need to find a C probability corresponding to a particular C value, you have to first check whether it is a positive or negative. If it is negative, you can use this first table. This is how we find the probability value. This column, I told you, these are the C values. Okay, values on the horizontal axis. This first row, I mean second decimal place in C, these values 0.0, 0.1, 0.1 up to 0.09, those are second C values, which means let's say I need to find the this body part in the table, this body part, it gives you the probability. These are the area under the curve or probabilities, these values. Clear? So these are probability values. Whenever you need to find the probability based on particular C value, this is how you find it. Let's say you need to find the area under the curve or probability to the left of 3.41, negative 3.41. I'm sorry, I cannot write it here, but you need to find the C area to the left of negative 3.41. Okay, so you can see negative 3.4 you can find here. You can see my cursor right here, but I need negative 3.41. so second decimal it's missing, right? We have only 3.4. so that second decimal you can find using this row or these columns. See, negative 3.4 plus 0.01, which is negative 3.41. Clear? Okay, that's how you find the value. So this is your row and this is the column I need. So once you get this intersection value, that value is 0.0003, this value. So this is the area under the curve to the left of negative 3.41, right? That's how you find the value. Clear? So first decimal you can find in this number plus the first decimal you can find using this C column. The second decimal you can find using this columns. Okay, you have to go down of this particular column and across this particular row C value. Then when they meet, that point is the particular probability value. So these are areas or probability. Okay, same apply here. So these are positive values, but same thing. Okay, there are some limitations. Yes, you cannot find a C value, a probability for particular C value like let's say 0.553. You cannot find it because maximum value you can find for two decimals. Okay, you cannot find after that. But don't worry, all the values we are considering in this particular course bounded to maximum 2 decimals. So no problem with that. So just check these probability values. Just check area. Okay, starting from 0. See, this is negative 3.9. Then when you go down, values are increasing, right? Which means negative value decreasing means value is increasing. So when you go down, you can see these probability values or areas are increasing. See, here it is 0.001. If you consider value somewhere here, 0.02 something. So values are increasing when you go down this table. So it's like area is increasing, right, in this picture. Okay, what's the maximum value here? It is 0.5, which means 1/2. It doesn't matter negative C or 0 or 0, they are same. Okay, so maximum value is 0.5 for this table number 1, which means you have come about mu equals 0, 1/2. You have covered 1/2. Then you have next half. So next half in this table start from 0.5. I mean starting from mu equals 0 or C equals 0. So again, it is also increasing when you go down, which means you are go along this curve from left to right. Okay, so left to right C values are increasing and also covering areas also increasing. See, maximum is 1. Total probability is 1. So why 3.9? Because if you consider any other values after these values like 4.5 something like that, area is also 1. Because already we have covered the maximum as well. So these values, see, they are not changing something like that because that area is like very small. Okay, clear? This is how we find it. Later I will show you how to find the values. Clear? So this is the C table. Yes. Yeah, right after the chapter 6 you can find it. Okay, so this is the table you have to use to solve these normal distribution problems. Okay, let's go back. So column rows specify C score. Left table or right table or first table or second table you can find a negative C score value and positive C score values. Okay, it doesn't matter left or right. First table and second table you can find negative C score and positive. So please don't mix these two tables. Okay, if you need to find the positive C values, I mean, if you need to find the probabilities based on positive C values, always use the correct table. Okay, C values are positive. I think it's the second table, so use that. Okay, don't mix them up. If you mix, answer going to be wrong. Okay, sorry. So this is the table I showed you. Whenever you need to find, okay, in this case I can show you. I need to find the value C value probability. I'll write it like this. You know the symbols. So I need to find the probability for Z equals probability. Oh, sorry, probability C equals 1.23. Okay, I need to find the probability for this particular value. So you can find positive 1.2 here. So 1.2 plus 0.03 is 1.23, right? That's how you get the value. So 1.2 is here, 0.03 is here. So once you come down and go along this, you can find the corresponding value. So this value is your probability value. Okay, same thing apply to the negative C values. So doesn't matter. Clear? Okay, you have been given C score value. Okay, this C value means simply C score value. Okay, value on this axis we call C score value. So this value is C score value. Okay, those are not X values, simply C score values. Okay. So C score value is given, you need to find the area or simply probability. Okay, so how do you do that? Simply find the what is the C score. You have this particular C score. Always area measures to the left of that particular value. Same as this first one. If you have a C value, okay, you can find, go to the table and find the area. That area exactly what you need. In any case, you need to find a value, I mean area greater than that particular C value, so that you cannot find that particular area directly from the table. Okay, first thing is you have to find the area up to C, I mean to the left of C first, then subtract it from 1. Why 1? Total is 1. Clear? Otherwise you cannot find, let's say this one, probability Z greater than or equal C. Simple C means the particular C value. Okay, so this one, if you need to find this, you have to stick with this process. You cannot find, you cannot directly find the area for this probability or area based on C greater than C. So you have to find the probability capital C less than or equal C and subtract it from 1. This is how we find it. There is no any other way. Clear? Since we are dealing with continuous values, less than strictly less than or less than or equal, it doesn't matter. Okay, they are same. I mean, it doesn't matter if you write it like this or they are same. I mean, you have to deal with the same way, so no problem with that. Okay, for the continuous values. Okay, once you need to find the area between two values, what you have to do? First, find the area starting from the left hand side to maximum C value up to this point. Okay, next find the value starting from left hand side to lowest C value, which means up to this point. Then get the difference. You will get the corresponding area. Okay, this is how we find the area under the curve. I mean, if we need area between two values. See, area to the left of C2, which means this area, this red color area, okay, this area from here to here, this one, minus area to the left of C1. C1 means this area. So difference, it gives you what you need. Okay. So this is the three cases that you have to use. Definitely, you have to use these three ideas to find particular probability values. Or so this case, C score to area. I mean, you know what is the C score? You have to find the particular area or corresponding area. Clear? Okay, let's find these values. Area to the left of value is 1.23. I think we I check. Think we have this value. So this means this is your curve. Don't worry about the curve. Okay, shape of the curve, it doesn't matter. This is your C value. C equals how much? It is 1.23. So you need to find this area. Simply go to the which table? First one or second one? Second one, because value is positive. Go to the second table and 1.23. I think we have, yes, see 1.23 is this value. Yes, this one. See 1.2 plus 0.03. It is 1.23. So corresponding area is this 8907. So this is the probability. Okay, right? To the right of, okay, this is to the right. What is the C value? 0.76. So you need this area. What you have to do? Simply find the probability or area to the left of this point. First, to the left of this point. So probability, capital C, let's say less than or equal, that's totally fine. 0.76. I'm using notations, so don't confuse with this notation. This means probability or simply area. So let's find out this 0.76. 0.76. I think 0.76. So I need positive 0.76. So 0.7 I can find here. See this column, this row 6, which means 0.7 plus 0.06, right? 0.06, yeah, 76. So 0.06 you can find here, this one, this column. So go down along this column, and cross value is, I mean intersection value is 0.7764. Okay, clear? 0.7, 0.06, because 0.7 plus 0.06 is the value you need. So value is corresponding area or the probability is 7764. Okay. So this means what? This means this area. Clear? You don't need this value. This is not the answer. But actually, yes, you need, but this is not the answer. This is the area for this red color. I mean, red color area or probability. You need this green color area, which means 1 minus, or let's say what you need probability of C greater than or equal 0.76. Why? Because lie to the right of this value. So you need this. To find this, simply 1 minus probability of red color area, C less than or equal 0.76. You know this value, 1 minus, we found it 7764. 4. So once you simplify this, you will get the value. It's going to be 6 3 972 972, something like this, right? 1 6 3 9 1 10 7 2 9 1 10. Yeah. Okay. So this is the value 0.2236. That's the value you need. I mean this one. This is what you need. Clear? So first you have to find, if you have to find the probability to the right of some value, first you need to find whatever the area you don't need, which means to the left of that value, then 1 minus that value gives you what you need. Clear? So in between case, it's a bit pain, but they ask between these two values. It doesn't matter how you draw this, like this. You don't need to focus on the corresponding scale. That's fine. Okay. You need this area. To do this, first I'll use the I'll use the notations. Okay, that's the easiest way. So first you need to find probability of C, okay, C value less than or equal 1.82. First find this. Next, find the other probability, C less than or equal negative 0.68. Always you can find C value less than something. Okay, because table always gives you whatever you need from left to that point. Then what you have to do? Subtract them. Which side? Always this guy, this probability or this area minus this area, which means probability of C less than or equal 1.82 minus probability of C less than or equal negative 0.68. Okay. The reason is always this C, if C value is negative, those that probability value or area always less than positive C values. Okay. So this is how you find this. So let me do this for you. This value you can find, okay, 1.82. Remember that value. Okay, 1.82. Positive 1.82. So 1.8 here, this row 82, 0.02, which means this column. So go down this. So value is 9656. Okay, value is this one, 9656. Okay, this is for probability C less than or equal 182. Yes, 18. Okay, so let's find the other one. What is the other value? Negative 0.68, right? So negative 0.86 means not this table, other table. That means the upper one, this one. Negative 0 point. So 0 point values down below here. 68. 68. Negative 0.68. See, negative 0.06 is here. 8 is here. This second column. Okay. So go down this second one. 68. So value is 2483. Once you find this, once you find this negative C values, don't worry about the negative sign. Okay, So simply, you know, negative 3, sorry, let's say negative, I need to find the negative 3.01. So I told you this is negative 3.0 plus 0.01. This is negative, this is positive. Don't worry about the sign, okay? It is not like just calculations, just you have to find the value. Once you figure it out, these are negative C values, forget about the negative value, okay? Then find the C value and corresponding probability value. Clear? Any question? I mean, if you are confusing with how to find the particular C value first, any question? Okay, let me go back to the slides. And so this value is 0.9656. This value is 0.2483. So you know these three values, plug into this one and get the value. Okay, right? Clear? So this is going to be a like starting from this section. This will become your friend up to your final exam. Okay, so don't try to get rid of this one. You cannot get rid of these processes like this one, or later you will learn a few more, so you cannot eliminate that. Okay, you have to live with this. So questions before I move to next part? Any questions? Okay, any questions from online Zoom guys? No. Okay, so now, so first we identify what is the C value, then we found the corresponding area. Now we know what is the area, we need to find corresponding C value. So first we go this side, now we come back. Okay, right. There are a few problems in this process. I'll show you what are they, what are them. Okay, first you need to find the C score. Okay, C score value on the C score axis belongs to particular area, to the left of particular, I mean to the left of particular C score. Okay, so they have given area, so you need to find the corresponding C score value. So area is given, let's say this much. So you need to find this C score value. You need to find this C score value. Okay, right. Check this one. Area is 0.04. So what you have to do? Area, you can find area, or probability, you can find the body part of the table. Okay, so you have to check where I can find. Okay, 0.04. You need the C score. Let me go back to that table and find 0.04. Area 0.04. When you are dealing with areas, then you have to check, I mean, this table as well as the next one until you find the corresponding area. Okay, I mean, until you find the particular area. So let's check 0.04 using these values. Okay, always try to track the value using the first value. So this is 0.00, it's too small. I need 0.04. So you can find 0.06 here. So it is more than what I need. So let me go back a little bit. Here you can see 0.0455. It is again greater than what I need. So maybe somewhere here. See, these two values, they are the closest values, right? I need 0.04, exact 0.04. But the problem is I have 0.0392 and 0.0401. I don't have exact 0.04. So at this point, you have to take a decision. I mean, whether I pick this guy, I mean, C values corresponding to this particular area or this particular area. Or there is another way. First, find the which area, I mean, between these two, you can see my cursor, right? Between these two, which one is the closest one to my value, 0.04. You can see, if I consider first one, the gap between my value and this value is like 0.0008, something like that. Okay, gap between my value and this value, it is 0.0008. What about next one? Gap between my value and this value is 0.0001. Okay, clear? So always try to pick the, I mean, consider the closest one. So I can simply pick, okay, this is what I need. I mean, this is the closest one, 0.0401. Okay, so now find the corresponding C values. C value, I mean, along the column and along the row. So corresponding C value is -1.6. Don't forget this column. Sorry, not 6, 7, -1.7. See this column plus this row. What's the value of this row? 0.05, which means your value is summation of those two values, -1.7 plus 0.05, which means -1.75. Don't worry about the negative when you get the two values, okay, column value and row value. But at the end, you have to consider the sign. So this side, this value is negative. So -1.75. Okay, clear? Let me go back. So this one is for this 0.04. This area is 0.04. So the C value is -1.75. Clear? Don't forget about the sign. At the end, you have to consider what is the sign and put it here. Okay, questions? I know this is a little bit hard, but there is no any other way out. You have to understand what is going on here and how we find these particular values. Both ways, C value is given, you have to find the area, or given the area, you have to find the C value. So you have to deal with these two scenarios. Any question? I mean, it is hard because I cannot write on this PDF. Okay, let me okay, real quick, let me show you how to find the I'll pick a random value. Okay, oh no, let's use this one. Okay, using this table, I'll explain you. I cannot remove. Let me try. It's already saved. Okay, I need to find the C value based on this area. Let's say this area. Okay, so once you find the particular area, check what is the exact C value here, and don't forget, I mean, like this, and don't forget its column value. So once you find the C value, C score equals 1.4, first 1.4 from your C value column, then plus this value, column value 0.06. This means 1.46. Clear? Same apply if you are dealing with negative C values. Don't worry about the negative value. Okay, it doesn't matter. So if you have negative values like this in the next table, it also like this, finally plug the negative sign. Okay, that's how you deal. Clear? Okay. Okay. Start. Let me finish this slide. So again, here we need to find area of this much to its left under the normal curve. Same thing. Okay, the value is the difference, so you have to find this. In general, you should know this. Once we increase the area, which means our C value is also increases. It's also increasing. Okay, so here area is this much, 0.04. Here area is this much. Okay, so C score based on this value is this one. So definitely C score based on this one is greater than this C value. Okay, clear? Because these are like this, 0.04, 0.85, something like this. So you can see the corresponding C values here and here. This side, it's increasing. Okay. This is the story what I explained you. If you cannot find the area, exact area, what you have to do, find the closest entry. And there is another way. I mean, if both area values are same, I mean, difference between these two are same, you have to find the mean of those two. Find the corresponding C scores, those two C scores, and get the mean of those two. Okay, I know it is a little bit hard to understand, but we don't have examples. There is another document I already uploaded on the Blackboard. How to use C table, something like that. Okay, it's a handwritten note. There is another table, but just forget about that table. Consider on the C table. Just read it. Okay, it's a handwritten note. I have clearly mentioned how you find these values. Okay, how to use the C table. Okay, so later we will do more examples. I have more examples later, a few slides later. So what is this? Any questions? Because starting from next slide, we are talking about something, I mean, something different notation. Okay. Okay. So okay, that's it for today. Don't forget to have homework due today. Okay. It's homework 4 or 3. 3 or 4, maybe 4. I'm not sure. But if it is 4, that based on chapter 3 and 4, chapter 3 and 5, I guess. Okay, one homework, it has questions from 2 chapters, because I need to keep the correspondence between chapters and homework. Chapter 1, homework 1, chapter 2, like, since we don't have chapter 4, so I just try to put those 2 chapters into one homework and keep the alignment. Okay. Okay, see you guys on next Monday.